I come to this place once a week to visit my friends. The thing about my friends is that they don't have technology. They don't have a phone where I can call them and say, oh, I'm still coming. So if something pops up for my friends, say they need to go unexpectedly, like one time it was like, oh, hi, hello. I'm sorry, that was so rude. Hope you're all well. Welcome back. But one thing about technology, I was just thinking about this as I was getting into the car. And I came from my regular visit to my friends. I'm just forging friendships and relationships right now. And so I do my very best to keep up with those relationships, the ones that I'm, trying to forge. And this particular friend that I made, unfortunately, doesn't have technology. And I was thinking to myself that how different it is when you don't have technology. So for example, and what I mean how different is the different issues that come up when you have technology versus when you have too much technology. So when you don't have enough technology, things are a lot harder in terms of, I came to my friend's house. My friend had something come up, just like last time. One time I came and they had all gone to a funeral, and I didn't know that they had a funeral because they didn't relay that to me. Obviously they couldn't. And I came and they were not here. And basically, hang on, I just got to turn this 4x4ing and stuff like that is crazy. Okay. 4x4 high. Okay, perfect. And so I came to visit them, and I think I even had something with me. And I get there and they're not there, and they have a little note saying, sorry, we went to a funeral and we'll be back whenever. I'm like, okay. So then I had to drive back home, which I thought was quite funny because it's so quaint, it's so cute that we can't communicate any other way but physically. And when you don't have technology, like, things that you take for granted, like phones and internet and television, when you don't have those, it's quite funny how your time is differently divided. So today I show up, and unfortunately I come for my weekly visit, and lo and behold, nobody's home, and there's a little note saying, sorry, we won't be back until noon. It's so cute. And then when I think in contrast, I was with my very dearest friend, one of my very dearest friends. She's so amazing to me, and I love her dearly. She made me realize today the startling difference down south and us, like most people that say yes to the technology, that say yes to the easier sort of way of life. But there's two things that happen with the easier way of life, I would argue. I would argue that my friends here, they don't share their information with anyone. They don't trade their privacy for convenience. They trade their privacy for inconvenience at times. Like they know I would be coming, and now they know that they have to leave me a note, and I travel about 20 minutes to see them. So they know that they're going to inconvenience me. So yes, this is an inconvenience, but it's a payment for privacy. It's the pound of flesh. And I was talking to my really, like, ostensibly she's my best friend, and we've been friends for a long time. And we were talking, and she was telling me a story about ChatGPT. And she was just telling me the story, and I was like her. She was also trepidatious about ChatGPT, but she was telling me about somebody else. And I remember this bubbling inside of me, this, not fear, because it's not fear that was bubbling inside me, but because I had read that book that I talked about in another video, the We book, about technology and where it's taking us. Well, let me just tell you that what bubbled up in me was this horrification, like horrified feeling that, oh my goodness, we, as in a collective society, are building our own enslavement. We are giving up our information because we think that we're getting the better end of the deal. Right now we are. Because right now, for example, Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, we're giving away our privacy, our private life, our inner thoughts, our everything about us, our children's pictures. Like, it drives me crazy when people put their children's pictures. It used to drive me crazy. I used to get annoyed with my daughters when they used to put up pictures of our family, because I don't need to give my personal information. If anything, we just will not be able to use what they give us, right? But just like Alan Watt talked about this a lot, the PC, the private or personal computer, as they sold it to us. They, my friends, sold that as our personal computer. The reason why they did that is because if you have to pay for it and you bring it home, you will use it the way you would normally use it, rather than if the government said, here's a computer, put it in your house and start using it. You would be like, yeah, I don't want that. Because most people would be risk averse. But the way that they disarmed us and forced us into a decision that we thought we made ourselves is, oh, well, look at this. This is so great. This is the new up and coming thing. And anybody that has this has money. No? So everybody went out and got a computer, anyone that can afford it. And then anyone that can afford it was also showcasing that they can afford it. So that's why they're technologically advanced. Just like when the Apple came out, when it started becoming popular, the Apple came out, and guess what? Anybody that had money was on the Apple. And then everybody that didn't have money was striving to get the Apple because it showed, like driving a Porsche. Even if it's the poor man's Porsche, it doesn't matter. It's the name, it's the prestige of having it. So, and we've talked about this in previous videos, how they capture us that way, how they standardize us, how they make us think we're thinking our own thoughts, deciding our own decisions, when in fact, what they're doing, just like with this technological thing, is that they're actually giving you a computer that is a piece of spyware in your home, and they made you pay for it. Brilliant. It's just brilliant. I just spat. I was so impressed. But honestly, think about that. They made us believe that the personal computer, the PC, was private. But there was nothing further from the truth. There was nothing further from the truth. From the very beginning, as soon as it was internet-based, they could get into your computer. They can get into any one of your technological devices, because guess what? Like I told you in another video, you can't beat the system with the system. They own the system. They own all the gates, all the back doors, all the keys, all the systems, all the software. Think about it. You own none of it. None of the things you put on your computer. This is why, one of the reasons why I have a fracturing, because I don't want to be doing this and opening myself up for them to collect more data about me. But there is that hope that I can reach at least someone to have a discussion about this, to cajole somebody into a question. Why? Right? It starts with why. If you start asking why, that is one of the most powerful questions you can ask. Why? They say that there's no stupid questions, but the moment you ask a really, really bad question, you get attacked. Why? Why? I ask you why. And that is one thing that Alan really was able to, in simple terms, in the English language, be able to relay to us common sheep. He was able to explain the most complex traps that we are in today in the most simplest of terms. So when you think that your Apple Watch is there to help you understand your sleep patterns and to understand how high your heart rate is, it is not. It is not. And if you believe that, well, good on you then. Go back to sleep and switch this show off, because this video is not for you. But if you can cross, or at least step on the bridge of possible reasons why they're giving us all this technology, whether it's the iPhone that I'm on, one of the best surveillance. This, by far, the Apple has proven to be one of the historically best trackers. Or whether we're talking about drones, or whether we're talking about the iWatches or any other kind of Fitbit or nonsensical bullcrap device that you put on your body, or whether it's the laptop, or whether it's the app, the pads, those like tablets or the iPads. All of them, without exception, are there to collect your data, your movements, and your behaviors. And they are feeding the almighty AI. How do you think they are building AI? Tell me. Because they're not, people like my friends that I just couldn't see today are not helping build this structure of technocracy. This is going to be a technological jail. You understand that? I want you to just stop and think about this for 1 second. If they know where you live, your eating habits, your sleep habits, when you have sex, when you go out, who you talk to, what you talk to about with the person you go out to, or whether or not you're a homebody, they know absolutely everything about you. How do you think that you are going to get around such a thing when they know absolutely more about you than your own parents, than your own spouse, then I would argue yourself? They know you better than you know yourself, honestly. And if you don't believe me, okay, that's all I gotta say. I got nothing more for you, because like I don't know how else to relay it to you. And if you don't believe me, I understand. It's definitely a hard pill to swallow. But even pills that are hard to swallow must be swallowed if you want to get better. So I would argue that if you do not want to swallow these ideas, then you just don't ever want to be out of the matrix. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be ordering for Herbie, because now Herbie's my next stop. And I haven't seen him since last week.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can I get a small coffee with 1 milk?
Okay.
And can I also get a, what is it, sourdough cream, no, what is it?
Sour cream glaze?
Yes, please.
Will that be everything?
You know what? Can I get a cappuccino, a small cappuccino?
Sure. Anything else?
That's everything.
Okay, your order comes to $6.85.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm cheating still, so I'm getting myself a cappuccino. Huh. Oh, speaking about cheating, that's cray. Just gotta tell you, my brain is absolutely just so squirrely. Oops. So squirrely. I don't know if there's anything on this one. Is there anything on this one? So my husband,
$6.87?
I'm not sure if any of these have anything on them.
Give them a go.
Let's give it a whirl, baby.
This one still has money on it.
Oh, fabulous.
Keep it.
I'm gonna keep it, baby. I just gotta put that in. Thank you. Can I get a tray?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, sorry.
It'll just be a minute on the other one then.
No problemo. So anyway, oh yeah, so I got this for my husband a long time ago. Long time ago. I don't know how far back, guys. The Maple Leafs were playing, so then we got them. And we just keep it because we could still reload. It says it's reloadable. I don't understand why everybody just doesn't reload their old cards. Technology, convenience, I guess, whatever. Anyway,
Here you are. Have a
thank
nice
you
day.
so much. Take care. So I got myself a cappuccino. I haven't had a cappuccino from this place in years. Anyway, so that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you, because when I saw that cute note, I wish I'd taken a picture of it. I'm such a tool. I should have taken a picture so that you guys would have seen how cute the note was. It's just, scribbly little writing, and as we get older, our writing gets more scribbly. And now I am off to see Herb, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm not sure if anybody's interested, but I'm going to piggyback off this channel. I'm going to start selling rewares. Basically, I'm going to start selling secondhand stuff, and if anybody has any good ideas or any suggestions as to how to do that, that would be great. I've always wanted to do it. It's now that I'm doing this channel and I've been going strong, I feel like anything is possible. I don't think I ever felt that way down south, and I think two things. My brain doesn't do so well in the crazy, but my brain absolutely cannot function properly with sugar and living in the south. So I was okay as long as I was on the diet, but this time I went and I had cheated for 3 weeks leading up to the visit, and I am still zonked. I feel so overwhelmed. I feel so tired, abnormally so, and I'm still cheating because I'm going away in a week. So I'm going to be going to a Caribbean's where they don't really have steak available. So I don't want to stop, start. So I'm just going to continue on my cheating until I get back. I will be doing footage in the Caribbean's because I want to give you guys the sunshine, the ocean, and I don't want to fall out of, because what happens is if I don't record for about a week, like that's what I did when I went down south, I get all and I don't know again if it's my diet change or if it's because I wasn't recording for a week. And I wasn't recording for a week just purposefully because I just didn't it didn't lend to the what is the word? The situation didn't lend itself, so I just didn't do it. I don't want to do this pushing through it. I really want to have a natural talk with you guys, and when it feels right, it feels right, and when it doesn't, I just don't want to push it. Anyway, so that is what I'm doing, and yeah, so I'll be trying to start a website or start a channel just for that, and it gives me a way to maybe make an income, because I'm trying to think of all the ways that I can make an income, because I don't have a way to make an income right now, and I'm getting a little worried with what's going on in the world. And as far as I understand it, Trump has from what my mom says today, reneged and everybody's just not going to pay tariffs. That's a good subject that I'm going to have to talk to you about. If it's true that the tariffs are no longer going, I have something to say about that, and I wonder if you'll agree or if you'll disagree. Anyways, my lovelies, thank you so much. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing and or thumbs up. That would be really appreciated. And let me know, do you agree, do you disagree with my views? I'd love to hear from you and really start the conversation. I really would love to see who out there agrees or disagrees and why. Anyway, you have a beautiful day. May your day be warmer than mine.